Hey guys, Nikhil here, back again from the acetech. One of our most watched videos is the designer ceiling fan, presented of course by Tarun. We are right now at their acetech stall in 2021, catching up after a couple of years, right?
After a couple of years, yeah.
So they have some really exciting new fans. Tarun, can you take us through it?
Absolutely. Thanks, Nikhil. It's great catching up again. And acetech, right? It's always good to be back after a big COVID break that was without meeting people. But yeah, we're almost 10 years right now. So in March we'll be 10 years.
Oh, okay.
Of course, we've hit 120 models.
Okay.
And we're on track to complete to open our 100th showroom. Across India.
Wow.
And I know we're opening one more in Bangalore, one in Chandigarh, and a few other places as well. So we're very excited about it.
Okay.
As a brand, we keep introducing newer designs and solving more specific problem statements as well.
Okay.
For example, one of our newest introductions are these two models.
Okay.
One is called the Huddle, one is called the Spinner.
Okay.
As a concept, they're both what's called hugger fans because they hug the ceiling.
Okay.
If you see them, there are no rods.
Okay.
One of the USPs, unlike other designer fans for us, was the fact that they would integrate to Indian ceilings on the hook and bush like any other Indian ceiling fan, making it accessible by any electrician or technician around the country.
Okay.
But these, with the FSI levels being limited and the height from the floor to the ceiling being a lot lesser, I think earlier it was over 10 feet, now it's 9.5 feet. So with a whole foot shaved off, these fans have a lower clearance to the ceiling. There's no rod, they stick onto the ceiling. So the problem statement was people who have a lower ceiling height can install these fans at home.
Understood.
The other problem we were solving was of the DC motor home automation. Right. So we have FanSmart 2.0 currently under testing, where we'll be able to integrate DC motor fans with any other home automation solution. Okay. Of course, we've introducing newer designs in DC motors.
Let's go through some of the designs.
Absolutely. So this is a brand new design. It's called Mica.
Okay.
If you see, there is no housing in the fan, right?
Right.
Because the motor is in the middle of the blades altogether.
Okay, it's a really slim fan.
Very slim fan, very cool fan. It gives that kind of industrial look in the middle. Okay. But the blades are very wooden, contemporary, rustic with that finish itself. Okay. So it looks lovely. A lot of people are loving this. The same thing is in the hugger fan. Okay. And something similar is in a small look. So the application there is that
one?
That one there.
Let's go
the
there.
third one. Okay. So while we had already introduced fandeliers specifically for the dining table, these are larger dining tables who have light installations or light fixture. Right. So this fan will come right in the middle of both the light fixtures for an elongated dining table. Walk-in wardrobes, puja rooms, bathrooms, kitchens, any smaller place, and of course we've got multiple smaller models as well. Okay. We have a new kids fan over there on that side. Yeah. But you know, we have wall-mounted fans. Now this is something very interesting. This is called the Grandmaster. Okay. The Grandmaster is, we've got 4 models between 5 feet and 8 feet in-house, and anything beyond 8 feet we can get as per the project. This is a fan that we've been using for hotel lobbies. So we just did the new JW Marriott Hotel in Bangalore. We've done offices like Titan and Bosch where they're using a whole bunch of these larger size fans that are matte finished but industrial looking and work on the HVLS principle as well, thereby giving a lot of circulation within offices as well. And a lot of them are taking that total environment route, right, of going the fan route, inducing air pockets. Thereby they're not using ACs and they're saving a lot of money by saving the whole air conditioner part to the offices as well.
Makes sense.
So that's one of them. This is something very interesting because we have, this is like a World War II inspired design with ABS blades with a wooden paintbrush oil rubbed finish. And so the idea is to give it a very distressed look altogether. Got it. For all the interior designers and architects, we have 3D models of the fans on the SketchUp 3D warehouse.
Finally.
Yes.
I had told this to him by the
2 years ago. 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It's been up. You know, this was actually from our conversation. We did it in like a couple of months,
Right.
Because making the 3D models took a little bit of time.
Of course, yeah.
But then since then we've been putting five
How has
models.
it worked?
Dude, it's worked phenomenally well. It is the kind of response, at least I see an interior designer's expression change if they don't already know it's like there. A lot of people say I've used it. They're legitimate problem statements because of which either people didn't know how it would look in their room. Now they can.
Right.
A lot of times if they had to use a designer fan, it would be from abroad somewhere.
Right.
And that exact model wasn't there.
Right.
So people would like whatever was on the render.
Okay.
So it's definitely worked very, very well.
Yeah.
So then now this is a brand new Fandelier.
Okay.
It comes in a rose gold finish.
Looks beautiful.
So it's called the Windflower. The original Windflower was an award-winning fan that
Yep.
we introduced a couple of years just pre-lockdown.
Okay.
Since then we've introduced it in champagne gold as well as rose gold. This is the rose gold finish. The idea behind a Fandelier like this was, say, above a dining table. So now it is a light fixture. You can change the colors of the LED and you can make it a lot ambient as well. So either you're having a nice sit-down dinner or you're sitting with a glass of wine and you can change the mood of it accordingly.
Of course.
This of course comes, it's at 400 RPM, so displaces a lot of air. But at the same time, this comes with the summer-winter feature, which is the anti-clockwise and the clockwise, because when you're sitting with food, hot food, you don't want breeze on you or you don't want the food getting cold. So the summer-winter has multiple applications, this is one of it. And of course it's powered by a DC motor, so it takes only 22 watts of power.
Wow.
And of course the remote control makes it super convenient as well. The last thing I quickly want to show you, so this is the original maple fan that comes in a light grain beech wood color. These are specially handcrafted wooden blades, DC motor, but we've made this sort of multicolored fan to actually display that we can polish it into any lacquer finish and color it in any one of 3,600 shades, like one of those shade calendars that Asian Paints has. So we've tied up with somebody and we can basically make it truly, truly unique to whatever people want it to be.
Superb. So, any other fan? These are some new fans.
So these are new. This is the wall-mounted fan that you see is called Edge, and the one next to it, ceiling-mounted, is called the Minion. The idea of this is again smaller spaces, walk-in wardrobes, any location, odd location where you'd want the breeze functionality, but you can't really hero it along a seating area or a bed or a dining table.
Right.
These can come into any.
These are pretty much like a light fixture.
Correct. So something like this is great in a walk-in wardrobe if you want the light along with it, or this can go in the side if it's a dodgy space or you already have lights recessed into the ceiling.
Super.
So these are brand new.
These look really cool.
All DC motor, remote control, they are. And this of course can be ceiling mounted or wall mounted. So with the oscillation it covers a fair amount of area as well. So this is brand new, yeah.
You have some things on display right here. What are these?
Yeah, so we have again blades with different finishes. We have canopies. This is a little more technical area because we have rods, we have remote sensors, we have our canopy, pull chain, our drivers and PCBs, and we also have our motors. So we have our DC motor, AC motor. Our AC motor is very different because in a regular fan they put about 100 grams of copper, we put about 300 to 380 grams, and the purity of the copper is a lot more, which of course increases the longevity of the fan and absorbs lesser power. So when a regular fan takes about 85 to 95 watts, this takes about 70. And of course the BLDC is an electromagnetic motor that takes in about 70-75% lesser power. So this is between 22 and 38 watts of power that it absorbs.
What about the slim profile motor? Is it displayed?
They're all DC.
They're all DC.
They're all DC. So this is the motor in those. This is actually the motor from our pedestal fan, which is actually brand new. That hawk you see in the middle is a 3D oscillating because it goes vertically and 360 degrees horizontally. And unlike a lot of the other pedestal fans, it's also a matte finish body that is unheard of in the market. Of course, all of them are remote control. So this is that motor.
Superb, man.
Yeah, and so some of these fans are a Japanese company collaboration that we have
Okay.
for tower fans, pedestal fans, table fans, and so on and so forth.
Wonderful.
So yeah, just trying to go
keep
application by
innovating, yeah.
application.
I see another new fan there. What's that?
Yeah, so this is called the Trinity.
Okay.
The Trinity comes with 3 fan heads, and of course the whole thing rotates as well.
Looks really cool.
So it's very cool because people love the whole antique brass finish. The very so we call this a gunmetal color.
Okay.
So people love the gunmetal color and the fact that the 3 blades. Now the blades are actually walnut color, so it gives it that wooden look as well. So it goes with contemporary interiors. It goes with wooden interiors. Also in a lot of drawing areas which have awkward shapes, L shape, this shape, that shape. This actually covers, multiple seating positions and so on and so forth. So it's actually quite a cool fan. Most of it boils down more than functionality. I think with 100 models, we see people walk into the showroom and sometimes they see something and it
just catches
clicks.
the eye. Yeah,
catches the eye and they just want
This
it.
caught my eye.
Yeah, no, it's great. We love this. This is something we introduced earlier this year itself.
Okay.
So Trinity
Awesome, man. It's always fun coming to Fanzart and
glad,
looking
man,
at some of
always.
your new fans.
Yeah, no, thank
Guys,
you, man.
you all know Fanzart. I'll link them in the description. Anything else? Any parting words for our audience?
Check us out at fanzartfans.com and keep tuning into Home Now.
Thank you, guys. See you in our next video.